Hey YouTube, this is Southern Prepper 1. Today I'm going to talk about firearms. I don't usually talk about firearms. They're an important part of prepping, but there's a lot of other things that are really more important. But you need firearms. You need to be able to protect yourself. With the economy and a lot of people starting to prep, some of you guys are heavily on firearms. I talked to you, got 10, 15 good quality firearms, but you're lacking food. But there's people out there that doesn't have the firearms or have not yet addressed it. This is an AR-15. As you can see, it's decked out. It's probably $2,000 with all the accessories. Very expensive. Some of you can't afford it, and there's other things you need to spend your money on. Coming down here is another AR-15. Definitely not $2,000, but for this discussion, let's say $1,000 for a good quality AR, and a light or a rail system, and you got some magazines. So $1,000. Some of you can't afford $1,000 right now. In the last exactly about 2 months, I've purchased a few firearms. I got to thinking about these firearms. You know what? If I was on a budget, these firearms would be very practical for me to own as a prepper. They give me everything I need. Let's talk about these three firearms. If I had no other firearms and just these three that I've recently purchased in the last 2 months, I could get by. The first one is the standard 30-30. The ammunition is available everywhere. A very common round. It's a pretty good cartridge. You can hunt with it and use it for self-defense. So you can't go wrong with it. This one right here I picked up last week at a yard sale for $150. It's in great shape. Works great. No complaints with it. $150. So that would fit if I was on a budget. The neat thing is you can buy these things and then you don't need $1,000 right all of a sudden. This was $150. My next purchase I purchased about 2 months ago, and that's that little Makarov 9mm. Very, very good little gun. Came with the weapon and 2 magazines. It shoots wonderful. Great little shooting gun. Very reliable. And it shoots the 9mm Makarov. I paid exactly $100 for that firearm and 2 magazines. Next, we have a little 22. That actually is for 22 Magnum or 22 long cylinder. The one that came with it was a 22 long. I gave $125 for it, and it shoots excellent. So if I was on a budget, I could have purchased these 3 firearms for $375. Would it get me through? Probably. I would have a long gun, a good self-defense pistol for concealable, and then a 22 for target practice and for taking small game. So that would fit the bill. If I had the $1,000, what would I do? I'd purchase these 3 firearms. I'd probably buy 2 more magazines for the Makarov, so I'd have 4, a little bit better for self-defense, so I don't have to reload. And I would have lots and lots of money for ammo. I did a little rough figuring. I could purchase the 3 firearms. I could purchase 10 boxes of the Makarov. That would give me 500 rounds for about $120. I could also purchase 15 boxes of 30-30. And I could also purchase 8 boxes of 500, about 4,000 rounds of 22. And that would be about $1,000. So I would end up with 500 rounds for this concealable pistol, about 4,000 rounds for target practice and for small game, and about 300 rounds for the 30-30 for $1,000. And the neat thing is I don't have to come up with the whole $1,000 all at once. There are deals out there. So if you're on a budget and if you're starting to prep, these are cool, these are nice, but there's a million other things you need to buy. Don't get discouraged and say, I can't afford that. If you look around and you tell people, say, hey, I'm looking for some firearms. That's what I do, and people say, hey, this guy has a firearm for sale, and that's how I can get them. People know that I'm looking for things, and so when they hear something, they give me a call and say, hey, I know this guy's selling a firearm. Are you interested? So $150, $100, and $125. This is prepping on a budget. I will have these weapons. Do I need these weapons? No, not really. I buy them for 2 reasons. I buy them because I would rather have my Federal Reserve notes converted into something hard and tangible and actually worth something. And I also would like some extra firearms in case I need to to lend them out, sell them, trade them, barter them, whatever I need to do. But I'd rather have something hard and a physical item than Federal Reserve notes. So if you're on a budget, don't get discouraged and you need firearms. Just tell your friends, hey, I'm looking for some things. Keep me in mind. Thanks for watching.